Welcome to the video that will teach you how to create an account in Edmodo, and if you already have an account, how to join your new group in Edmodo. This is a quick review for those of you too who have already done this on what some of the features of Edmodo are, so you can get caught up for the year if you've forgotten anything over the summer. The first thing you'll want to do is go to edmodo.com. You'll see that I've already bookmarked mine right here, which if you have a personal computer, that would be what I would recommend you do. But most of you will be using the computers in the computer lab, and I don't know if the bookmarks are there from last year, so just go ahead and type in edmodo.com and you should see a page come up that looks like this. If you do not have an account yet, you would want to go down to where it says create your free account and click on I'm a student. Now you can notice that your parents can sign up for Edmodo too, so they can be linked to your page. But first let's do the student one. I'm a student. You'd want to type in your first name and your last name. Please capitalize the first letters of each. You're going to want to enter the group code that I've given you, and that code should look like this, IFR3QK. So you're going to type in that code here, choose a username that you'd remember, put your Twin Tiers email account in here, and create a password that you'll easily remember, and then write that password down somewhere private so that you'll know where it is in case you forget. I cannot tell you how many students forget their password for Edmodo and ask me to reset it. And while I can reset it, it's rather annoying to have to do that so often. So please be responsible in this digital age you need to be, and create a way to help you remember your passwords without giving them away to other people. Then you would click on sign up for free. You'll also see that you'd be able to sign up with Google if you want to. If you clicked on that, it would take you to a Google sign-in page, and it would link your Edmodo account with your Google account, which is totally fine. It actually is a great thing to do if you want to. All right, for those of you who already have an account, you're going to want to log in like normal using your username and password from last year, and hopefully you've written it down so you remember it. If you don't, you can log in with Google still. And you'll see the page come on that looks something like this. This is a typical Edmodo page. You'll notice that I don't have the class English 9 here yet, so I'll need to join a group. So I click on join a group, and I have to remember the password or the code for the group. I think it was IFR3QK. See if I remembered it. I did. And you'll notice that it tells me I've joined English 9 2016-2017. And right away you'll see it appear over in my groups. These are all the groups that I belong to. Okay, so I'm going to click on that one. And you'll see that right away there's a post that shows up that Miss McDivitt, me, has sent to you as a class. Welcome to English 9. I am looking forward to a great year with you all. You can do a couple of things in here. You can look at folders that I've created for the group, which right now I don't have any, but these would be where I'd put maybe a syllabus for you, maybe handouts I ask you to reference frequently that I have digital. You can see what members are in your group. You can even click on your group mates and see a little bit about them. Okay, so you'll also be able to withdraw from the group if you no longer, or if you accidentally join the wrong one or no longer want to be in it, if for some reason you leave our school. You can also click that you want to show it on the home page, which I believe is Edmodo's homepage, and you can also have it checked that you want it to send you email or message updates, text message updates to your phone. I like to have it send me text messages so that I know immediately when any student posts on here, and I would recommend you students do that so you will stay on top of this and not have to always check back to see if I have, so that you don't miss an important announcement. If you'd like to sign up for your email or for text messages, you would just go to your account picture, your avatar, you would click on settings, and then you would go and you could change some things. So you can change your email account, you could change your username or your first name and last name, you can change your profile picture, upload one, create a little virtual you online, and you can have yourself be emailed or text these things. You can also change your password, and this is just a little notice for you. Okay, so let's go back to our page. You can write notes to me, and you can write notes to the whole class. You cannot write notes individually to each other in private. This is considered Facebook for the classroom, and it's very safe in that I, the teacher, am in control of all communication that happens on here. So let's say, for instance, you were going to post about something, an assignment I gave you, and you could say, I really liked that book. And you could click down and it will show you all the people that you can send the message to. If you send it to the class, the entire class will be able to see it. Okay, if you want to send and notice it shows up in your latest news feed. If you want to send me a note, just make sure that I'm in the box there, and that will be a private note just to me. It will show up in your news feed down here, but notice it says from me to Miss McDivitt, which means these are the only two people that can see it. Your parents will also have access to this if you invite them. You can invite them through an email address and they'll set up an account, or you can give them a code and they can set up an account just like you as the student did on the first page. Okay, you can actually click to go into the classrooms and it will filter out everything else that wasn't for English 9, which I like sometimes so it doesn't get so crowded. You can also see over here that there's an assignment center where if I post assignments on here, they could potentially show up there. We probably won't be using it as much this year, I don't think, for assignments, but just bear in mind, just in case we do. You'll see that there's a digital planner on here you can use. Anything I post as assignments on here should show up, and you can also create your own tasks. If I tell you to go take a snapshot this year, this would be where it would show up. Snapshots are just little pictures in time of how you're doing with some of the skills we've been practicing in English this year. And then you can also, if I tell you to go use a certain app, you can also go to the App Center. Now, kids from last year will notice that there are hardly any apps in here, and you'll see this little reminder from Edmodo. And Edmodo did some crazy changes over the summer that I'm not too happy about, which is why we probably won't be using it as much. It makes a lot of those apps like MobyMax and Curricula and No Red Ink harder to find. So we may use a different format this year, but just in case, we'll see. All right, and that's how you use Edmodo. One more thing, you'll notice that up here, a lot of the notifications that I send should show up here to you. Once you've joined the group, they will show up there. Any notification that came through or any post that came through before you joined the group will not be in your notifications. You can also play some games on here, it looks like, where you can play kids from around the world on Edmodo. And you also can see your progress. If we record any grades on here, you can click on a little heartbeat bar, is what I call it. And you can see your assignments show up here. Any badges that you've earned show up here. Obviously, I haven't earned any as a teacher. And then your book bag, your backpack, is connected to your Google Drive. You'll notice that it can connect to OneDrive, Google Drive, or you can just upload things. Let me just show you. So you would want to connect with Google Drive and sign in like you normally would, and it would connect you. It would let you put like documents on here and whatnot if you wanted to. You notice some posts that you can upload a file, you can put a link on here, you can also draw from your backpack and pull things into your posts if you needed to ever do that. All right, well that's a quick rundown of Edmodo. If you have any questions, you can ask classmates. Many of them have used this for years. You can also ask me, and I would be glad to help you. Enjoy!